And we're back with more Echo.
Thursday. We gotta love Thursday.
Do with all that laundry.
That's freaking terrifying. Hey.
That'd be you, actually.
Is it really?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
As
Leo.
Leo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who the fuck is this? So you're leaving. Running off to fuck some other wolf.
It's a joke. Calm down. We were just trying to have some fun. I was starting to realize this probably wasn't the best time, but...
So you're playing this stupid game of keeping me guessing whether or not you're gonna ditch me by next year, and then you'll pull off this shit?
Outside. The hell is wrong with you?
Me? You know, I told her...
No, that's me. You know, I told her that there was no way in hell you'd fall for this since you already knew how I felt about you.
I'm the one that should be fucking offended that you think that.
That's not fair. Oh wait, no, that's it. You're right.
That's not fair. You wanted a reaction from me, and you got one. Happy?
I think that's actually you.
What's wrong?
This was your idea?
The phone clutched in the hand disappears.
It's a prank.
Making me think I just lost my otter is a prank? This is a fucking joke. Then you need to learn how to make one first.
Why don't you learn how to take one?
How was I supposed to take that? Just laugh and shrug and say, well, look, so much for that. Is that what you expected?
Actually, we just thought you wouldn't fall for it. At least not this hard. I mean, come on. I cropped that from the cover of some teen magazine. It was my number 2, if you didn't notice.
It just wasn't a good time, alright?
Also, DJ, you might want to tone it down just a little bit because I don't think my balls are that thick.
Okay.
No?
No. What the hell are you doing here anyway?
Semester ended last week.
So you're staying home for the summer?
Of course not. I'm staying with Emily.
You need to calm down, Leo. How can we ever have fun if you're exploding all the time? Oh no, that was Jenna. Sorry.
You need to calm down, Leo. How can we ever have fun if you're exploding all the time?
Telling me to calm down is the worst thing you can do right now. I'm tired, I'm hot, and I just want to have lunch with him.
You're overreacting.
Smash.
I'm going to play blow, Leo. I stare through the grainy darkness. The motel room air is dry and stuffy. The air conditioner must be off. I look over. DJ is next to me in bed. He's curled up in a fetal-like position, his knees raised and his tail between his legs. DJ doesn't usually sleep like that. Leo lays in the bed across from us. He's laying on his back, his form perfectly still. There are no covers on him, and he's still in his jeans from yesterday. Neither of them are snoring, or even audibly breathing for that matter. It takes me a moment, but I can't actually tell if Leo's eyes are closed or not. I picture in my mind him slowly turning his head, looking right at me with no expression. He has no eyes. They're just shadows. I blink, try and shift my legs beneath the sheets. Fortunately, I can. I'm not dreaming anymore. Leo isn't actually looking at me. Why the hell did I even think that? And why does it make me feel so unnerved? In that dream. Jesus. I slide my feet out from under the covers and sit up right on the edge of the bed. Maybe a splash of water will make me feel better, though I could really use a dip in an actual pool. At Pueblo, there's so many of them around, I take it all for granted. The realization dawns on me that once I graduate, the chances of me able to afford a place with one nearby are almost none. I wring my tail some of my paws. My fur is oily and damp.
I think I got somebody in trouble, guys.
Oh no.
Oh, good job, Seb.
No, that was Harry.
I meant, sorry.
So you all know how I was talking about how I just went to a help center for HelloFresh because the package didn't arrive?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he just showed up at my door with the package. So I think I might have gotten him written up. I ain't gonna lie.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Jeez.
It's Seb. I mean, Harry, damn it.
Well,
just
I mean,
damn it.
another package is coming tomorrow, I guess.
This session of Echo brought to you by HelloFresh.
I
Do you
hope not.
No.
Do you
No,
struggle
HelloFresh
with cooking?
can't decide between the 12-hour period of when to bring you your food.
That's funny. I do have a promo code for that actually. I have a friend who is actually sponsored by them for Twitch, but
Oh my god.
And if you actually
Whoop-de-doodle doodle.
HelloFresh.
Look at their
Not
customer
sponsored.
service. You can get their poor minimum wage workers in big trouble.
oh god, Christ Almighty!
I might have got... Well, you all heard me talking to customer service. I think I got your write-up.
Okay, well, you know, you can also always call them and say, hey, I might have been hasty. Turns out it's
Well,
me."
yeah, but I want a free second package.
Comparison. Yeah, but like another
feel
package
bad,
is pretty
but-
cool.
But that's $100
I
right
hope
there.
you don't get a package tomorrow.
That's $100. I'm just saying.
Jesus
Harry.
Christ.
$100 is $100. Oh
Look.
my god.
$100. That's fair, but
I don't even know if this is going to be in the episode now, Harry.
Fine, I'll call their help center back.
Good, thank you.
no.
What's wrong with me ruining somebody's livelihood?
A lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there might be a few things
A fair thing.
that
A
are a
fair
little
amount of things.
questionable about that.
Deliveries.
Harrison, you can do this perfectly
Okay, Harry,
quietly.
just mute while you call them. Alright.
I enjoyed that more than I should have.
I definitely...
See.
I love waking up from napping from an hour and then like this being the first thing I see when I joined it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm so confused, and I'll understand it more when I look at the other parts of the story.
So, yeah. just
I'm
to let
like,
you know,
what
you're-
the fuck?
You're not even, you're joining in for the final route halfway through. Actually, more than halfway through. So,
Oh god.
you're going to get very little context, and I
Just as the
don't
horror
want...
starts, I think.
I really don't... No, the horror's going to start soon, but not today. Or at least not right away. So,
Oh, real soon. This one kind of hits you like a...
I think
Oh,
it's
well, never
Friday
mind.
that it kicks in, right?
Even then, that frame was pretty freaky for me.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You're
to
just
let you
like,
know,
Oh, it gets
Um,
worse. That's the good part.
Echo is one of the best horror stories that I've ever played. It's good for both supernatural horror, psychological horror, thrillers. It covers a lot of different things, and Echo is one of the best horror stories I've ever engaged with.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know. I think that was the last thing that we had actually spoke of. I think it was November, October or something. back then. I'm like, oh shit, now I remember.
As
It was like it was this horror. Like, oh shit, that's why.
Yeah, I'll also point out though with Echo, it's not just horror; it's also very, very adult content. There's no like nudity that they show, but there's a lot of like
nudity in Echo.
there is in the dialogue. They just
Dolphin!
We don't see visual nudity. Yeah.
Sam, are you okay?
Yeah, I just said dolphin scene.
Oh.
Which scene?
Dolphins.
Yeah. I don't think there's still any visual nudity in the dolphin scene though.
Well,
No, I'm just saying that's where the text.
Yeah, the text
it's
goes
pretty
all out.
hardcore.
Though the thing is, I think there is actually like a little bit of things that are referenced with it in like the visuals for that scene.
Yeah, I think there are.
Either way, we don't really need to focus too heavily on that.
Oh goodness. I'll go mute myself.
Yeah, the thing is, Echo is a game that I had to say like you need to be like 18 at the minimum to play it.
Yep.
But even then, like I think that it hits harder when you're later in life. Like once you're like towards the end of college or something, I think that's when it hits the hardest.
How do you spell waylaid?
Waylaid, Waylai.
No! Well, sorry. WAY.
LAID. What happened?
Don't
Harry?
worry. I accidentally hit enter instead of backspace.
The package was way.
Well, I put I put WALAED because I'm an idiot.
Was Waylaid. Waylaid.
Wallad.
Oh, Wallad.
The package was Wallad.
The package was all on.
Did you send that?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
That's why you heard me go no. That was the sound of a man who hit the space or enter instead of backspace.
All right.
This is exactly what I hoped for.
This is what I came in. This is what I came in to expect.
I mean, yeah, this is Pi Day. I'm gonna just like just admit that. So I think we're all kind of like doing our own damn thing today.
I'm just drinking apple juice.
Alright, I'm gonna actually steer us back onto course. I'll definitely need to take a shower in the morning. Hell, the motel tub didn't look like it had seen 20 years worth of dirty feet, piss, and squeak. I'd take a bath. So you remember how I said that like we have some dialogue and everything? So here's the little fun thing, Fane. If you see a word that we're like, oh, that's not YouTube safe, we say squeak instead.
Or
Because
unlike
otters
if
make
it's me, I
squeaky
just say it.
I'm not. I make Alan do his job.
Well, no, if you fucking say
okay.
squeak, I can at least like know where it was. But first, I gotta get that AC going. I walk to the wall-mounted AC by the window. I'm surprised this place doesn't use swamp coolers like every other home in Echo. It takes me a second for my eyes to adjust to the darkness, but I manage to find and turn the control knobs. Despite cranking the thing to max setting, only a petty stream of air is exuded from the front vents. It is cold though, so there's that. I stick my face up to it, the blowing air on my whiskers making my jowls raise instinctively. It's refreshing, and the world seems a bit less hazy. Still, I feel gross, more so than usual. I remember on Saturday morning, I woke up super early to clean myself, trim my facial scruff and head fur, and just look as presentable as possible. I don't really remember, I don't really know who I was trying to impress. Maybe show everyone that I was well-adjusted and normal now. All the grooming work I performed didn't last 4 hours in the hot car ride up to Echo, though. Especially when the AC went out all the way from Gulch City to Route 93. I was nervous to see everyone again, really. Rose-tinted glasses and all that sort of thing will only last so long. I mean, it's been 3 years, and I haven't really made anything of myself other than becoming another college debtor in an oversaturated major. I'm not like Jenna or TJ, who are absolutely going places. Hell, from what I've heard, even Flynn became city clerk. I guess I relate more to Carl than I originally thought. As much as I hate Echo, the moments of hanging with the group growing up are still some of the best I've ever had. Even counting recent college happenings. We were all friends, but that friendship came with a lot of serious weight to it. Baggage that was never unpacked, I guess. I didn't honestly expect us to even try to. Flynn had other plans. And who could blame him? After that, Leo's freak out and Carl going missing, any sort of semblance of a fun, idle spring break is gone. It's like there's this buzzing tension in the air, methane filling up a room and just waiting for the lighting of a match. God, and here I am, whining about how the mood is ruined when my old best friend is just fucking gone. What the hell was I honestly expecting? Us to all hang up a bunch of Christmas lights in Leo's backyard, grill up some carne asada, get drunk, and dance to a bunch of indie playlists.
I mean, they do that in...
Yeah, they did do that in Flynn's Rat, didn't they?
Yes.
And of course I fantasized about some sort of brief reunion with Leo. I mean, that's natural, right? What I didn't expect was this whole thing with Jenna.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry now how I feel about it all. I glanced briefly to my camera bag at the end of my bed. I have a feeling I'm not going to be getting much done for my project. With some reluctance, I pulled my face from the cooling vents and head to the bathroom. I tried to shut the door behind me quietly, but it's still pretty loud. I look at the sink and realize that it isn't going to cut it. I tuck my shirt and underwear and then place them on the edge of the counter. I don't want to throw them on the floor, but I don't really trust how clean the linoleum is here. I step into the shower. It gets hot quick, so I fiddle with the handle some. There's some red fur tucked in the corner, so I'm guessing Leo took one earlier as well. He was worried the police would come by his place, so he insisted on staying here while we searched for Carl.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
I remember him and I used to take hour-long showers together when my family was out of town. My parents had one of those walk-in Roman-style showers with marble tiling. He thought it was the coolest thing. I bend down and pick up the tiny complimentary shampoo bottle from the rack and begin to lather the contents into my fur. It's not exactly the best fur, specifically my type of fur, but it'll work for now. I bet Jenna would have loved that shower.
Whoa now.
Well, I mean, he's not fully thinking like that, see? She had to use an outdoor one for most of her life, as I recall.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah, I've had to use an outdoor shower before. It's not fun. I think she lives off campus now in a studio apartment she picked out. I've never actually seen it. She probably splurged with her full ride money and got something really nice.
Yeah.
But it beats the hell out of communal dorm showers, which are not as sexy as porn makes you believe.
Ugh.
I don't think it ever was sexy, Chase.
Oh god.
Wait, like, yeah, no.
People don't have sex in college showers. I mean, I'm sure they do. But, like, no.
It's not, yeah, no.
However...
Nick's just straight up hard muted.
I'm also reading this next line. I'm like, oh, I'm about to have to start squeaking things.
Yup.
I found...
There's nothing yet.
No, I mean, you can,
Yeah.
context-wise, I begin squeak squeak,
I mean...
and the mental image of Jenna's...
Squeak, squeak.
Look.
And the mental
Okay, fine. And the mental image of squeak, 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 with squeak, squeaks in my squeak.
Honestly, do you know unnecessary censorship? That was funnier and way more inappropriate.
I
But
squeak,
there she is.
squeaking a bit. I'm starting to squeak. You okay, Sam?
No! No!
Just so much!
Screams. What?
That's just so much at once.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Contrast from
None
squeak.
of us asked
Squeak,
for this.
squeak.
Oh, no.
Squeak to Paul.
No.
Your
Squeak,
your scream sounded like a Five Nights at Freddy jump scare scream. It was
I
weird.
know. It got me. Jenna's seen
Oh,
me
God.
squeak plenty of times, but mostly as a squeak, and never
Mostly
squeak,
as a
squeak,
squeak?
squeak, squeak.
Oh no!
I didn't realize that was a word that YouTube
We're
didn't
just
allow.
protecting ourselves. Well, with
Look,
the
at this
context, it could be swayed in one way. I could see it like in.
Harry, if you didn't notice, I've said fuck it at that point, and I'm just squeaking whatever words I want.
Like, he squeaked the word kid, which made that sentence way worse.
I guess even in context, it's just like you can incite that this is happening anyway.
I mean, to be fair, if he didn't do it, that would have been a lot worse, because it would have been like, oh yeah, we use squeak to replace profanity. Squeak, 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 squeak. Children. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Jesus.
My squeak
I,
squeaks a little
I,
squeaker
Your squeak squeaks a little squeaker.
in my squeak.
Oh no.
I close my eyes,
oh no.
hoisting my arm up against the shower wall and resting my forehead against it. I mean, I sure can, Chase. You've not proved me wrong about how dumb you are sometimes.
And horny all the time. Jeez.
Chase's
This
brain,
dude is a shadow of Corwin.
Chase's brain is not in his head.
I can't believe I'm doing
Well-
this right now with everything going on. Maybe I'll feel
Nobody
better
had-
afterwards. Dumbass.
I was gonna say, nobody ever had to talk with him about thinking from the neck up.
Chase baby, oh no.
Jenna has that effect on people. After
Yeah, I
all.
hope.
Okay. I feel myself smiling a bit. Squeak, 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 squeak. We're going to just move forward.
Christ.
So I found recently that with it like 8 days ago, YouTube has already said that hey, they're undoing their changes from November.
What were the changes
which
in
is
November?
like-
You can't say like a swear
We're-
word first.
Or like swear words and how strict their policies are with cursing and some words.
Oh, good.
It was
Because, I mean, I won't lie, I've not bothered with removing swears from our videos because, like, we're not getting monetized any damn time soon.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of that, we've talked about that, Alan.
Squeaking of that.
Yep, we have. I step out with a
Anyway.
squeaker in my towel. I wasn't expecting to take a shower when I first went to the bathroom, so I didn't bring a change of clothes in with me. Creeping over on the pads of my feet, I disrobe and quickly begin to put on a fresh t-shirt and shorts for my bag.
Oops.
Chase?
What is TJ doing in just his undies?
Is he
I
asleep?
mean, he might
Probably
not...
sleeping.
The thing is, don't
My
forget,
boy
he's
rocks boxer briefs.
Well, don't forget, he's also like a very heavily furred person, so like he probably can't actually sleep in anything more than boxers and Echo because like it's stupidly hot in the area.
Makes sense.
And especially
he's
if
from
their
Canada.
their air conditioning also didn't appear to be working very well. So
Mhm.
Also, fan service.
TJ and Leo are no
I mean
longer in
that
bed.
too.
The Lynx is over by the light switch, squinting blearily at me.
Well,
Leo blinks at me.
buenos dias.
I quickly try to scamper over the rest of my shorts, foregoing underwear for the time being.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, Chase.
TJ turns, quickly averting his
I
gaze.
honestly thought TJ would be more buff.
Oh, okay.
Really, TJ?
I'm just saying. he's in sports.
I understand he's an athlete.
Most
just
sports
size.
he's in is like track and field, though.
Yeah, he's like a lithe
Like
build,
soccer.
you know, like lean muscle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leo just sighs some, rubbing his eyes.
Thanks for the show. Your phone was going off while you were in the shower.
My cheeks feel a bit warm as I manage to finally get my shorts up to my waistline. Oh, who called? Leo stares blankly at me, looking more tired than any of us.
I wasn't going to check.
An uneasy look punctuates that comment, and it catches me a little off guard.
Can I turn around now?
Yes, TJ.
Thank you.
The lynx uncovers his eyes and moves to the bed, sitting back down. He still looks like he hasn't fully woken up yet. Sorry for waking you guys. I was really needing a shower. Hotter stuff, you know?
It's okay, Chase. You kind of woke me up from some pretty weird dreams. So, thank you.
He manages to smile, still trying to blink the bleariness out of his eyes by the look of it. His irises begin to narrow back to a more slitted state. No problem, TJ.
I actually should be getting back out there.
It's 3:30 in the morning. Are you sure?
I finish putting on my shirt and move to check my phone.
Yeah, I'm sure. Man, when I find that goat, I swear to God.
He stretches some before stifling a yawn.
Not gonna let him out of my sight for a month.
It's a text from Jenna.
Hi, Chase. I can't sleep, so I'm heading back to the motel. If you're up, do you want to go out looking with me?
I am feeling a little better after my shower,
Sure you are.
so I send Jenna a quick text agreeing to help with the search.
What does it say?
TJ cans his head, peering at me with some sort of dazed, curious look. Jenna was having trouble sleeping, so she wants to go out searching. Leo looks up at me, his expression discernible.
Kind of dark to try and look for him? I mean, not that I'm trying to dissuade you at all, just seems kind of harder.
It's that whole 48 hours thing. The harder we look now, the better. Sitting back and praying everything will work out won't do any good.
Don't have to be so snippy.
Yeah.
TJ's eyes widen some, looking a bit taken aback. His jowls twitch some, the feline looking down at the sheets between his legs. There's a knock at the door. The sound of jingling keys can be heard coming from the other side. There's a scratching noise of metal on metal, the door being unlocked. After a moment, it opens. Jenna steps out from the darkness, rubbing her arms some and making a beeline for her bag.
Woo.
Hey, TJ, Chase, Leo.
It also looked like she just shoved Leo out of the way, like, move, bitch, I need my bag.
Here's like one across, like zoop, go across to like, okay, hi.
She nods to each of us in turn before beginning to rifle through her belongings.
Aren't you supposed to be keeping watch at the house?
Aren't you supposed to be in jail?
Oh, shit.
TJ makes a noise that sounds like he just choked on his own spit. I try to avoid looking directly at Leo. He doesn't say anything, though I hear the bed he's sitting on creak audibly. She takes out 2 water bottles, tossing one to me. I barely catch it, mainly because it stopped by my nose first.
Ow.
Ow! My snout tingles at the aftershock. My nose feels wet for some reason, though when I reach up, there's no blood. It must be burst blood vessels.
Oh.
She stifles a brief, amused huff, looking apologetic.
You're still trying to wake up, I see.
You think that's funny? Just walking in and hitting him with that? It's almost like smashing a grab machine.
Leo's crackling baritone comes out a few decibels too loud, his tone stern, like a scolding parent.
Hey, Leo. It's the kettle calling.
It has a way of catching everyone's attention.
That wasn't the intent.
There's a pause. Leo about to speak again, but Jenna managing to cut him off before he can.
Speaking of, we're going to check in with Duke and see if he knows anything.
Ooh.
Leo's jaw shifts as if he's trying to speak, but the words don't come out. He leans back, then forward again.
Have fun.
Chase, you all set?
She looks at me expectant. I guess she's ready to go. Oh, yeah, sure. I force a smile, trying to downplay the cavalcade of tension this room has become.
Goodbye, guys. See you later.
TJ seems to be doing the same. Leo just stares.
We'll text with some updates in a bit.
Jenna pats my shoulder once before heading out. I follow suit.
I want to hug TJ.
Oh, what was that?
I want to hug TJ.
Oh, everybody always wants to hug TJ.
TJ is the baby of the group. For the group members, there's 6 main characters. Flynn's 25, Leo is 23, Jenna's 22, Carl and Chase are both 21, and TJ is the baby of the group at 19.
And he's very like sweet and childish.
Somewhat sheltered as well.
Yeah.
No.
He's like a chipper Christian in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm. The air is surprisingly fresh outside, even a bit damp. It's as if the motel room itself had its own oppressive atmosphere that was permeating my sinuses. And now I'm finally free. Near the horizon, thick gray clouds loom overhead. The reservation must be getting some rain. Jenna seems to notice as well, taking a few steps forward into the mostly empty parking lot before speaking up.
Kind of nice out, isn't it?
Yeah. She opens her mouth to speak, but pauses some as she looks over her shoulder, a light frown crossing her blonde features.
Come on, let's go.
She starts moving again, heading toward the street. Duke's house, right? And we're walking?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
She glances back. I reach down, feeling tender, hardening muscles around my thighs and knees. Just a bit sore from the hike, that's all.
Oh, you're a tough guy, Chase. I'm sure you'll manage.
A tough guy? I also have some to catch up, the Finnick already on the road. She smiles some as I catch up alongside her.
Your phone has a flashlight, right?
Yeah? Oh, give me a sec. I reach into my pocket and flick on my phone. It takes a second, but I find the right button. The cracked pavement in front of us quickly illuminated. Just in case we come across any snakes or spiders.
Or overweight rams.
Those two. I shine my phone toward the sagebrush that winds along the narrow wash that passes by the hotel. It's like I'm half expecting to see Carl's goofy, grinning muzzle peeking out from through the brambles.
I'm sorry if I woke you.
It's fine. I was in the shower. You woke everyone else, though. Jenna straightens her tank top, peering through the cracked glass windows of the old ice cream shop. Even the for lease sign on the awning is mostly faded away. It's got that old Victorian-style architecture that you see in a lot of the buildings built originally by the wealthier settlers at the turn of the century. Faded green on blue paint still clings to parts of the main facade, with the copper metal roof and a mix of dark amber and turquoise. In its heyday, it probably stood out something fierce, a colorful contrast to the harsh beiges of the desert. And ultimately, an opulent reminder of the old world amidst the new.
I wasn't expecting Leo to be there, honestly. He giving you any more trouble?
I watch the pavement turn back to packed dirt beneath my feet as we round the corner onto Gretchen Road. It's a desolate stretch of road, that the only striking feature being a concrete mixing business that closed its doors back in the 90s. You can still see the big mounds of grayish dirt past the slated chain link. Ultimately, it takes me a moment to respond to Jenna's question. No, he's, just upset. I can practically feel the fox's incredulous raised eyebrow. A trademark reaction if she ever had one. Actually, well, this is gonna sound stupid.
Playing Leo Leo's behavior off as him being just upset is stupid, but continue.
I sigh. Sorry. Jen frowns some and moves closer, nudging my arm with her shoulder.
Hey, you haven't done anything wrong.
I don't know about that.
Oh?
Again, that expectant look. Here we go. I'm kinda glad you texted me. Didn't really want to go back to sleep. Damn it, G-Force, you weren't supposed to pop up. Go away. I guess I was having a nightmare. The same sort of recurring one that I've been having that's a little different each time. Each dream I'm facing myself, but it's not me. Not like a mirror me. Things are different, messed up, blurred. Sometimes it speaks and it's all distorted, like an old AM radio station with bad signal. Jenna looks away for a moment, then back to me. And each time, it gets a little clearer. And it might just be because it's fresh in my head right now, but I kind of remember what it was saying. I stopped briefly, shining the flashlight on a tumbleweed rolling across the dirt road ahead. It briefly gets stuck on a mesquite tree, bouncing against the truck and leaving a few twigs behind before rolling back along its course. Do you remember when I texted you that I got into Pueblo and you drove all the way back down here to celebrate?
I do.
We were gonna surprise Leo, remember?
I do.
There's a delay in her words as she seems to already know exactly what incident I'm referring to. The prank. She lets out a long, drawn-out breath of air.
We pretended you were cheating on him with these fake texts I was sending you. He smashed your phone and you told him you were leaving Echo. Yes, it wasn't the best of practical jokes to play on someone who was already fairly unstable.
He wasn't.
Chase, what does this have to do with your dream?
She cuts me off, her tone more curious than stern. I know, it's just... the whole thing was just playing back like some kind of record. Everything that happened. All the fake text messages you sent me as Jared, me leaving my phone on the table, Neo confronting me, and then you showing up and telling him it's a joke, that he's overreacting, and then smash! I make a motion like I'm gonna toss my phone down. Jenna flinches, instinctively grabbing for it, before slowly furrowing her thin brows at me.
Has Leo been guilting you about that?
No, not really.
So, you've been feeling guilty then?
I guess? Why else would this be, manifesting in my subconscious and all that?
Well, I'd usually recommend expressing this to Leo. If I didn't think that your attempts at reconciliation would be perceived by him as you trying to get back together.
She rose the bridge of her short nose before crossing her arms over her chest.
We did already apologize for this years ago, but if you absolutely must, maybe wait until we're back at Pueblo. He's clearly got some issues to sort out right now, and you're under absolutely no obligation to try to solve them. Especially considering his recent behavior. It's incredibly difficult to help people that don't want to be helped.
Ooh.
So do we agree with Jenna or do we disagree?
Ooh. I feel like that each route we've had to make decisions that are about letting this kid.
I'm
going to agree.
I'm pretty sure I agreed with her.
Yeah, I was gonna say each route it's been about trusting your friend to be the best version of themselves. And Jenna's very good.
I mean, it's not just that. I do kind of should agree with you. Can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped.
I dealt with somebody like that, so I kind of have to agree. Start deteriorating my own self.
Yeah.
I agree with everything she said, down to the fact that she was like, you should talk to him about it, but now doesn't seem like the right time.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I will say, disagreeing means, Jenna, I care about what you're saying, but Leo needs to hear an apology, hear that it's over, and we need to move on with life.
Well, the thing with Jenna is, for all of Jenna's perks, quote unquote, like, Jenna is vicious. Don't get me wrong. What she's saying is true, but she doesn't stop, right? When she tears you down, she doesn't stop at the point. She skins you alive to make her point go through.
I would agree with that as well. I would also point out for you, DJ, you're saying that, like, oh, we should apologize to Leo, but the thing is, it was a prank, and that has already been apologized for. The thing is, Leo then went on to break the phone,
And he hasn't apologized for the
well,
phone
he
yet.
did apologize as well. He immediately
He not only apologized, he also bought a new phone for Chase.
Well, he offered. I don't know if he actually did buy
I'm
the
fairly
full
certain
phone.
he didn't, because Chase's phone has been broken in canon.
Well, I mean,
Well, it's not the same phone.
it's a different phone now. So whether or not Chase actually let Leo buy him the new phone, or if he went on and got a new phone himself, one of the two happened. But the thing is, we know that breaking the phone was the final thing that broke Chase from being able to, like, view Leo as a, like, okay and stable partner. After that, he chose to just kind of ghost Leo and not even do a proper breakup, which wasn't great. But either way, so the question is, once again, the question that Jenna's posed to us is, can you help someone who doesn't want to be helped?
I think she specifically said it's hard to help someone who doesn't want to be helped.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is what she said, but, like, do we agree with that statement or not? Is the thing as Chase. Do we think we could help Leo even if he doesn't want to be helped?
Well, I think, well, I'm pretty sure, like, agreeing would be to say that it's hard, it's really hard to work with someone who doesn't want to be helped, and disagree is that you know,
Oh yeah,
it
if we
is,
agree, we're
you
agreeing with
can
Jenna
work with
saying
it. I was like, I think what you were saying kind of got me a little bit confused, because I just remembered what the question actually said.
Mm-hmm. Here, I can even
yeah.
rewind. It's incredibly difficult to help people that don't want to be helped. Do you agree with that statement?
I agree personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're all agreeing.
Alright. You're probably right. She gives me a sidelong look. I mean, you are right. I rub my paw across my face, smushing my own facial features in my paw pads. It's just shitty, I guess. You know someone for 15 years of your life and grow up with them. There's, like, I don't know, a vested interest? I was there for every big mistake, triumph, you name it. I'm not sure what exactly further support I can even offer at this point. It's just been too long. Plus, I'm gone again as soon as this weekend's up. So what's the point when I'm probably gonna just fuck things up even worse?
Chase.
Jenna's tone is curt, and I look over to see her face, which very much matches her tone.
Leo was squeaking you at a kiddie arcade.
I feel like squeaking here actually makes it worse.
It sounds like, yeah, then it sounds like he was fucking him.
I don't know. Are you going to bleep the word?
I mean,
I
here.
wasn't sure.
Here, hear me out. You can just pretend you're talking about Randall.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and bleep it.
You do not need to feel this conflicted about being upset about that. Look,
There's a moment of hesitation, like she knows the right words to say, but needs times to phrase them more delicately.
I understand that men have a different hormonal attraction to each other than generally what I feel.
I wish you guys could see Alan.
As a woman, and I am attracted to someone. For men, that feeling of attraction, and I am paraphrasing something you probably already understand on at least an intuitive level, is broadly more physical and sudden. There's an emphasis on aesthetics and, well, the mechanics of what's happening.
I blink, getting the gist of what she's saying, but not exactly sure where she's going with this.
I understand that you're physically attracted to that hunk of a wolf.
As stereotypical as it is, most women feel attraction as a sort of a slow burn, where passion is derived from intimacy, meaning, contrast, forbidden love, etc.
She gesticulates in a swirling motion.
That's not to say abrupt sparks of fancy don't form for women too, urges being what they are. So, I may not be adequately equipped to fully grasp the true nature of your guys' relationship, but what Leo did at the family plex is just beyond dumb, latent horniness. It's a complete detachment from reality of you two's respective situations.
Jenna's voice raises some, louder than her usual controlled level, and probably inappropriate for this time of night, especially when DJ drops shit.
Yeah, I was playing with my ring and then I dropped it.
You dropped your brain? Oh.
Yeah, because it's not my wedding ring, just
I
another ring.
said your brain. I thought you said brain.
I didn't drop my brain. Yes, I picked. I have a removable brain. That's why I'm hanging out with two psychologists. They're like, ooh.
I'm poking the corpus callosum.
Hannah, what part of my brain do you poke?
Your temporal lobe.
Thank you.
You're gonna hear very well very soon.
It's upsetting, especially so with all that's going on.
I continue to walk slowly ahead of Jenna, unsure of what to say and feeling like if I meet her gaze right now, I'd regret it. I shine my light on a lone desert willow that sits on the bank of a nearby wash. And the branches flicker on the reflected light shine back. Eyes. They're small and sitting squarely in a nest made of bramble, like that of the tumbleweed from earlier. Bird, I announce, monotoned. Jenna steps up beside me, hands on her hips as she looks where I'm now pointing. She exhales with some expiration before responding. Exasperation, but yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a red.
How can you tell? As far as I know, Jenna was never much into nature or animals.
Wrens are the really fat ones. You know, rotund.
Rotund.
I love the fact that they're having like a real conversation and then just all of a sudden Chase goes, bird.
Bird.
I do that.
Bird.
I go, I don't want to have this conversation right now. So have you heard of the,
She pushes her small hands together, making a circle to emphasize the roundness. Her eyes must be better than mine, because I can only barely make out the beak. I look back at Jenna, and she's still staring up at the tree. Something about the whole scene of it gives me this strange twinge of nostalgia. Us wandering aimlessly about Echo with nowhere to go and nothing to do. And how we thought that feeling would last forever. Is it just me, or is this conversation kind of familiar? Not the bird, I mean.
You and I walking around talking about stupid things Leo is doing? Yeah, that's not too out of the ordinary.
She smiles some, and I can't help but smile back. Yeah, that and... God, do you remember showing me those Yowie comics you got from the mall?
Oh yes, I hid them under a rock like a half mile from my house. I had to fight a scorpion to get you your...
Koko Tanuki Eye.
Okay, Koko Tanuki Eye issues.
Jenna lets out an amused noise, shaking her head. While my relationships with the rest of the group, besides Leo, had mainly stayed the same after they found out I liked guys, Jenna and I actually grew more close after the fact. Despite not really being too into anime, talking to her about manga and dumb romance stuff in them was always kind of fun. My hero. I sort of remember discussing the difference between yaoi and bara. You talking just now kind of reminded me of that. Saying those two words out loud feels weird.
Boys loving means love. Right. I do remember that, Chase. I'm a little surprised you do.
She says this with a forced teasing tone to her voice for some reason. I cant my head curiously toward her. Why wouldn't I? I really enjoyed all that. Talking with you about it, I mean.
Truly? I suppose I thought I was only being humored for my special interest topics, that the rest of you were not remotely as interested in. It's a little creepy, now that I think about it in context.
I whipped dismissively. No, I mean, you weren't like a fan Yoshi or anything. Hell, you should have seen all the sorts of yaoi junk Leo kept on his computer.
Fujoshi and... Really?
Sure, whatever. And yeah, he was pretty into more porny stuff. Jenna laughed some.
Most yaoi is written by women who've never met a gay guy before, and is full of gender-imprinted ukeseme?
Mhm.
Yeah, ukeseme tropes, and dubious consent.
Hey, sometimes that's hot. That feels gross.
Damn. Damn, okay.
What was
Fun.
that?
Tucker.
Oh my.
God.
I'm surprised the words leave my mouth, and I immediately feel a burn around the edges of my ears. Jenna looks at me.
Look at that face. Look at how she's looking at him after he said that.
I can't quite read her expression now in the darkness, though I'm not about to shine the flashlight on her.
Yeah, that's part of why we read it.
Ooh.
Do we read?
Yaoi and all that.
Oh, okay. I was like, why do we? What? What do we read?
Look at that face she's making.
And as long as it's understood as fantasy and not normalcy.
Of course. I nod.
Your hands.
But to take this back to reality for a second,
Where went gravity?
no one should be forcing themselves on you like that. No matter what they see in the porn or how long they've known you.
Right, I, appreciate the concern. I nod again at Jenna, who returns to scanning the nearby underbrush. However, I can't help but feel like I'm at least a little like I'm being treated like some battered victim here. Maybe I'm just too numb these days to feel like I probably should. Alright, so I think this is a good place to call it here for tonight. So say goodbye,
Yeah.
everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.